Leos, happy September. This is your general overall energy reading for September 1st through the 15th of 2020. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. And to get us started, I just want to the basics of it would please appreciate your support in doing that, clicking on the big threes for YouTube, which is click the subscribe button, click the like video button, and click the notification buttons. They all help with the YouTube analytics and appreciate it and support the page. I have, for the sake of time, already shuffled the cards and asked for the angels and spirit guides guidance as I shuffled them, and that just saved time and put them out. This is a 5-card spread. And in the general reading, again, if it doesn't resonate with every Leo, that's perfectly fine. Let it go and take what fits. Look at your sun rising, and also be aware and be advised that when there's reference made to the masculinity or femininity, it's not gender-based. So with that, we start out over here with our first card. This is going to be your past influences. This is typically the things that have influenced and that you've been working on, are energies that were occurring anywhere between the last 3 to 6 months, and they can still be in effect or an ending or a process. So past influences, we have the 9 of Pentacles. The second card here is our current state, our present state. And this is our overall energy within this time frame, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. Our third card is our future state around this same time period, and we have our Ace of Swords. Wow. And our fourth card is our challenges. Doesn't mean the challenges will occur. It just means that these things may pop up, and if you're sort of mindful of them, you can prevent them and you can get through them more smoothly. And this one we have our Two of Wands. And our fourth card is our outcomes of these major issues and energies. We have our Six of Wands. So very interesting. You have pretty much a set of, well, you have 2 Pentacles, a Swords, and 2 Wands. Nice. So let's get right into our past influences. So right here, and I'm sorry for the glare if you can't see it, but we'll give you an idea of what the card is. There you have, whoops, let's see if we can, there we have the 9 of Pentacles. So what I'm getting from this card here, Leos, let's see. This card is telling me that for many Leos, you spent the last few months or so creating abundance in your life. And abundance is, whatever that means to you. And during this time, the universe was basically telling you that to enjoy your fruits of labor. The things that you had worked for, so the last few months you've been enjoying basically what you've accomplished and have more of a peace of mind, and that to appreciate your independent efforts and the self-confidence and discipline that you put forth to get where you were, and that it was a congratulations of yours, basically your deserved success and creating and working towards a stable foundation that was worked for you. And it doesn't necessarily mean, it could be material wealth, but it could be spiritual wealth, it could be anything, or just contentment. And during this time, you were encouraged to sit back and relax and enjoy the luxuries of that good life, of the good things that were surrounding you, that meant something to you. And it was a pat on the back. I get here that, for this 9 of Pentacles to appear in your past influences, I get that for most Leos that you weren't scared to splurge, even though we have this COVID-19 thing going on, and it's a strange 2020 overall, and jobs and unemployment and all this other stuff. For many Leos, that the splurge doesn't mean that you just went hog wild and were wasteful. It just meant that for many Leos, you were able to indulge and pamper yourself at whatever that meant to you, to basically reward you for your hard work. That many Leos were able to treat yourselves to a special occasion or to a trip. You went somewhere to visit somebody, or you went to celebrate something that was meaningful to you, despite isn't the best time to travel, sort of things. That it was worth it to you, and it had meaning to you. It also tells me that because you were able to do things, you wanted to help other people, and even if it was unexpected, that you were able to help others when they needed it during this time, and it helped. And by doing that, it re-energized yourself, and you, it felt good to be able to do that. I see that the Nine of Pentacles also speaks particularly to financial independence, and again, at whatever financial independence that means to you. This it shows here, the card shows a woman that's created a luxurious lifestyle and by her own actions and her efforts, and here in this card, she's enjoying it and she's feeling proud of it. And this card was basically saying in this past few months that for you, Leo, you were able to do the same, that created abundance, whatever that means, that independence, that you're able to take care of yourself in the long term, and you invested wisely. And perhaps sometime over, you listened to financial advice over the period, and you got to a comfortable state. It's telling me that many Leos didn't rely on others to support you, and particularly because the 9 here, even though it represents a woman here, it's not necessarily gender-based, but it's a female energy, that you were independent, and it was important for you to reach some sort of independence over these years. I pick up, as we know, the suit of Pentacles typically focuses on material wealth and gain. And I pick up that this card is suggesting that for Leos, you were in harmony with your environment, and that you were able to appreciate beauty in the abundance that you created, and that you nurtured and you harnessed. And it's a high vibe energy to bring that sort of pleasure to your life of accomplishment. This also means that many Leos also took part in gardening, or found some kind of hobby that was interesting to you, to just sort of enjoy the time that you had, or picked some sort of interest. It's visiting family, or going to see people you haven't seen in a while, and just enjoying that moment. So feeling financial reward and independence in helping others was appears to be critical, that I found is for many Leos in this past year. Moving into our present state here. Now here we have the Ace. Now this is very nice. As we know, whenever you see an Ace in tarot, the Ace basically is telling us it's usually new beginnings in general. But here we have the Ace of Pentacles, and for Leos, like other aces, as I said, it represents new beginnings and opportunities and potentials. When you get the Ace of Pentacle cards here, the new beginnings correlate with the material world, also with finances, and this sort of goes back to your previous card, whether it's wealth, career, or physical health, or manifestations of your goal. I pick up that many Leos may have received a new job offer, or unexpected sum of money, a new business, or there was an investment opportunity. You had the chance to bring an idea to fruition. No matter the occasion, the Ace of Pentacles is bringing about a sense of prosperity and that abundance. And again, the abundance doesn't mean a millionaire. It's important to you at your level, what it means to you in your particular area of life. And undoubtedly, it's a welcome invitation here. And but it's telling me also that for Leos, also, even in this current present state, that it's not a free ride, that you still have to put sort of work into it. And the Aces cards demonstrate that there's a possibility of these new endeavors, whatever they may be. However, the Ace doesn't guarantee them, and it doesn't manifest them to success. And that piece belongs up to you, particularly Leo, where your interest is. And remember, laws of attraction. When you see the Ace of Pentacles, this is saying to me, Leos, that this is the green light. It marks sort of an initial stage of manifesting your goals, and assures that you, Leo, can truly achieve what you have set forth your mind to do. And it could be anything, or accomplish something that you wanted to do. The old saying that the world is your oyster, and it is true to that degree of what it means to you specifically. And with careful planning and determined effort, Leo, you can manifest your goals and desires, whatever they may be, from small to to large. The ideas are there, and it's up to you to sort of to listen to them and to listen to your intuition and listen to yourself and believe in yourself. And if it's something that is fun to you, something that you will enjoy doing and you will enjoy the process, that is the key. Very much the key. I'm picking up that this card here in your present for Leo is saying that the idea is there, and strongly is encouraging you to map it out right now. This is the planning period to sort of achieve your ambitions, whatever they are. If you have targeted goals, whatever they are, is that to come up with an action plan and enjoy that action plan and enjoy the process. If you see it as a chore or see it as something that you have to do, it's not going to work for you. So whatever it is, it's something that you want to enjoy doing, and you want to enjoy the process. And even if that's saving $1,000 for a vacation, don't see it as a chore. It may take you 6 months, but the idea is that you want to enjoy saving it. You want to see that interest build. You get excited about it. It's that sort of thing. You have to enjoy the process before you get the outcome, and that's where the work comes in for you, Leo. We know that the Ace of Pentacles, symbolizes wealth primarily, but it's not just for your bank account. And for me, Leos, it's a holistic sense of well-being as well, and that's spiritual wealth, whatever spirituality means to you. I see that I pick up that it's about discovering opportunities again, and it could be a new source of income or some sort of financial gift or windfall for some Leos. Again, that for some Leos you may create wealth in the broader sense, and it could just be happiness and fulfillment, and potential and love. Whether it's having a new understanding of relationships, or understanding of family or friends, or you just see things in a different light. That's what I sort of pick up here. Leos, the ace here signifies abundance in all areas of your life. So enjoy it and feel blessed and deserving of everything that comes your way. And it's saying here that for Leos, if you want to amplify this feeling of prosperity, live by the law of attraction, and identify what it is that you want, and why it's important to you, and how you will feel when you attain it, and the laws of attraction in the universe will respond. And they'll respond when you're ready. So you have to be in alignment. That's the key there. We get to our future. Again, very interesting. We have the Ace of Swords. So I see here, the Ace of Swords again is another new beginning in your future here. It's a playoff of these prior two cards here, Leo. I'm picking up it's a wave of new energy, except on this level it's sort of the intellectual realm. It's telling me that some Leos may be on that verge of a significant breakthrough, a new way of thinking that allows you as the Leo to view the world with clearer eyes, or a clearer situation, or something that with a broader perspective is what I'm picking up here. Some Leos may have the sudden realization or a conscious understanding about an issue that's been troubling you, and you finally see a path ahead of you. And that could be either you release it and let it go if it wasn't serving you, and you feel good about it, or it's something very brand new that is striking an interest for you. Sorry for the glare there. I can't tell if I see it there. I pick up for Leos. This is about an encouragement. I'm picking up that it's an opportunity to expand, your mind, and for you to embrace new ideas, to crave sort of a stimulation that challenges you, and that you want to jump at the next opportunity to learn something new, whatever it may be. That you're thriving on sort of new ideas and inspiration, and also original thinking, and a vision, and it's bringing excitement to pursue such opportunities that you are able to sort of use your creative and intellectual abilities for Leo, and that's critical. I'm picking up, here, Leo, that when the Ace of Swords appears here, particularly in your future, it's telling you, Leo, that now is an excellent time to start that new project, something that's been on the back of your mind. That's something that requires intellect and communication skills and mental power, and to harness that. And that some Leos are feeling inspired to take, perhaps a writing class, or practice your public speaking skills, or get involved with activities that require, sort of your intellect and that brain power. Uh, Solving things, I guess, is what I pick up in some cases. Um, and this is telling me that, to learn from this, the aces here is about motivation, and it's about taking action and to those new ideas. We know the ace of cards are also new beginnings, as we said in the previous one. It's a new journey, but this is an energy building up, and you can't wait to get started. And so this immediate future is something that's right on the threshold here. The idea, finalize that idea, or something that you put on the back of your mind and you just dismissed. If it gave you sort of goosebumps, then go back and look at that, because may have been something that you're missing. The ace here is saying that you will succeed at these endeavors. Just remember, again, that the road can be bumpy sometimes, can be challenging sometimes, will not always go perfectly, but that's a part of the process. That's that contrast, and to enjoy it, and not to look at anything as a setback, but to enjoy the process, and have fun with it, and you will work through it. And that's hurdle. You'll navigate those any hurdles that may come up. So this is saying to Leo to encourage. It's encouraging to pursue truth of a matter. And if there's something that's been puzzling you from a balancing point of view, that this is saying, to go through and work through it. You'll find that justice, and you'll champion sort of that your cause or your stand if it's an issue that involves the rights of others. I also pick up that this, again, it's a new idea for which you're prepared to fight, perhaps, for some Leos, that you got fired up about an issue that you're passionate about, and such as human rights or something, and this is your opportunity to sort of channel that and do good with it, because you have a better clarity of the situation, and you're more prepared to sort of argue your point of view that with truth and conviction, and that's the key here. In other words, you're ready for battle if you need to go. If that's an energy, a positive battle, to speak up for yourself or for others, or based on the point of view. And of course, but all of this is relying on that you've done your homework first. Remember, you're not jumping to conclusions. This is about you've done your homework, you have the correct information, and it's saying this is the time to pursue it, to hop on it. Our fourth card here in our challenges is the Two of Wands. And we see gentleman standing there. Notice the 1 foot forward, 1 foot sort of back, chest is forward, leg is behind, halfway in between. It's like, can I go? Can I? Do I pursue, or do I stay, or am I on the fence? So the Two of Wands here in your challenges is again, it's all about inspiration, and so it's very interesting, since you have the two aces here, which are new beginnings. When the two follows an ace in the aces, it's basically saying create an action plan, Leo. That if you create this action plan of and sort of go through this discovery phase of whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest, this is the time to do it, and you will figure out how to do it. It's about exploring. Put on your investigating hat. Again, it's about having fun in the process, and it has to bring you passion, and you have to enjoy wanting to do this. It should not be a chore. This is something that's exciting you to sort of piece it apart and build it back together, at whatever this interest is, or something that's sparking that interest for you. It's about plotting that path ahead. And it's counting the possibilities and the potential challenges, because of course everything comes with the challenges, but these challenges can be worked through, and enjoy how you're able to work through those challenges, and you feel sort of an achievement. When with the Two of Wands here appearing, in your sort of challenging area here. I'm picking up though, although you're getting encouragement for these new ideas, and it's very clear in the pattern of the cards here. You know, for some Leos, I pick up that you have to be ready. The key here is you can spark the idea, and that's the first part, and that is exciting, and that's good. But don't beat yourself up if you're not ready to jump into it. If that makes sense, that's what I'm picking up. So the idea is there, but if for some reason that it doesn't feel right to you right this moment, then go ahead and listen to that, and that's okay. That's don't beat yourself up if you're not ready to it, because this card also represents that if you're not ready to make the move, then it is okay to pause, because it's more important that you establish your clear plan before you proceed. That's the critical part. The Two of Wands is about discovery, as even these previous cards were. It's all about discovery, and particularly for you to step outside of your comfort zone and explore sort of new experiences and new ideas, and just give you something to energize yourself with that's different for you. It's encouraging you to take to set out and sort of explore, and it's giving you the confidence of self-knowledge, and that's critical. So it's important that you know your goal, or at least the ultimate goal of what you're seeking, and to ensure its eventual fulfillment. Because if you really are as you work towards, and your goal may not be clear right this minute, but as you go through this process, I'm picking up that the goal will become clear through the process, the true goal. And that true goal is what's going to bring you fulfillment. That's what I'm sort of picking up here. It goes from a broader perspective, and as you're exploring, discovering, it's going to narrow it down, and then it's going to have that more specific meaning, that the real thing that you were looking for, and that's part of that fun. So it's just saying that have passion with it as you confirm sort of each step as you go through it and narrow it down. The Two of Wands, it tells me for Leos that perhaps this is about considering your longer term goals, no matter how old you are or what your age is. It's about understanding your aspirations, and are you ready to plan for what you need to do to achieve those. If you've already felt that you've come as far farther than you thought you are, this is the time to take the plunge. And if it's saying, are you ready for change, whatever that change may be, something that might be dragging your feet on, or whatever, this is time to discover that long-term future in mind. It's about contemplating what it is. If you want to travel overseas, or you want to further your education, or you want a significant career switch, it's about expanding those horizons and beyond your immediate environment. And again, as with all of these cards, the key is careful planning and a moderated approach, and you'll be successful at it. The twos in numerology represent decisions of some sort in general, and with this particular two, I'm feeling that for many Leos, you need to make a choice between sticking with what you know or taking a risk. And for Leos, if you understand that the world is something bigger and more meaningful, that to you, that you realize you sometimes have to get out of your familiar grounds to capitalize on the opportunity. And this is saying that you have the confidence to do that. This is saying to believe yourself if that's what you want to do. And if you've already somewhat been thinking about it or rethinking about it, or that's putting that sort of investment in there, and it's again, it's imperative that you step out and explore the opportunity, and not sort of downplay it, because and don't be afraid of it. Good things will be there if that's what you want. And then in our outcomes, we have the Six of Wands, so next to each other is nice. So our outcomes and that sort of our overall energy in this time period. I pick for. I'm picking up for many Leos that you've reached have reached an important milestone. Or for some cases, with all these goals, perhaps some Leos have achieved some level of a goal that they want, and they want to look at the next level of goal. I'm picking up that that you should feel good that you've harnessed strength and you use your talents, and definitely to celebrate your self worth and happiness that you were able to sort of reach those endeavors, whatever they were, um, and sometimes you did it through chaos. Um, but this is sort of focusing on a task at hand, a particular task is what I'm feeling, um, and it's asking you to sort of take a seat back and think of all the challenges that you may have had in your lifetime that you've overcome them, and it's saying to concentrate on all those energies, all those scattered energies where you've accomplished things through trial and error, but you still accomplish them. Is sort of harnessing all that into one energy at this time and not be scattered with it. I'm picking up that that the Six of Wands here is encouraging Leos to put yourself out there and be proud of what you've achieved. Shout out your successes from the rooftop and feel good about it, and feel good about it for yourself, more importantly, and not what others think, but how you feel about them. Appreciate that. Sometimes we get beat. Leos can get beat up because they can seem too perhaps arrogant or opinionated, and that perhaps that's how it's come across. But Leos are very prideful, and your self pride is probably more of value than how others see you, and this is tying into that. Um, I'm picking up for many Leos that be open to receiving love and support from your biggest cheerleaders, and that could be people that you may not think are there, but they could be there. They could be your children that support you. It could be your family, your coworkers, your church group, your whatever. People that you sort of think maybe sit on the sidelines and don't say anything, but they're usually, just because they're not saying anything doesn't mean they're not a supporter. And to talk with them and listen to them. Maybe you might have shut them out in the past and don't think they're being supportive, but I'm picking up that they are supportive, and it's time to shine. The Six of Wands here is a positive encouragement, and it's a chance it's an opportunity, Leo, to believe in who you are, and and focus your accomplishments, and what you accomplished, and not take it for granted, because so many times we do. um, I'm I'm picking up. It's important to have faith in what you've been doing, and how others will receive it is a critical point here. I'm picking up Leos that don't feel fear or guilt. Don't let it stop your way of success. Just process that and let it go. Especially if you're hearing it from others, they could be jealous. This is about being that Leo and holding your head proud, that proud lion. Know your worth and admiration, and it doesn't mean in an arrogant way. When we cross, be very careful with that. It's just about in a humbling way. No, it's better that you know your self worth and not so much how others see you. That's what I pick up here. While the Six of Wands marks usually important milestones, Leo, keep in mind that you're not quite at the finish line, and I think that's what this other card was saying earlier, is that you're at the start of something. And if you're thinking to yourself, like, what the heck are you talking about? Well, this is just saying, go back and look at little things that you perhaps have crossed your mind that has sparked some sort of reaction, that goosebumps, or something that you might have dismissed, but you had a moment of excitement. Go back, and the universe is saying, go back and look at those things, because maybe you overlooked it for some reason. It could be something small. It doesn't have to be large, but there's something that sparked your interest that you sort of sidelined, is what I'm picking up. And just sort of go back and do a review. Or refine it, is what I'm picking up, because it's here, it's saying something that you've sort of thought about and that sort of sparked some sort of energy, but you quite might have overlooked it or just put it aside. It's saying that this is going to help you. There's something there. It's go back and sort of relook at it and re-examine it, or and if you do, it may sort of help you see it clearer. And whatever this is that it's a good thing, and so just don't dismiss it. Go back and review it, and if you just in the process of reviewing it, something else may come up that triggers it. The universe is listening. So it's a very good card, and this is a very good reading for you, Leo. So this is wonderful. So I hope this is helpful. Again, this is an overall general energy reading for this time period. And again, if it doesn't resonate with all Leos, it's not a problem. You know, let it go. No big issue there. So again, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I appreciate your support. I hope this information was helpful during this time, and I ask you know, if you are up to it and feel like it would help me, if you would support me on this channel with YouTube and the algorithms, and that the critical things are to click the like button, click the subscribe to the channel button, and click the notification. Those are all critical to help the success of this channel on YouTube. So I would appreciate your support, and thank you so much. And Leos, have a great September, and we'll see you in the last 2 weeks of September. Thank you so much. Enjoy.